This is Money Bear.
And this is G Money. And welcome to the
Chi-Town
Chi-Town Poppies
Poppies.
Podcast. That's right. Thank you very much. How are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right,
Happy
that's
first
fantastic.
week of the new year.
That's right. Well, I just want to say thank you for joining us. If you're joining us for the first time, this is our first time. This is new, right?
Yes.
Everybody's got to get started somewhere. Apple started in the garage, and we're started here in our basement.
In his basement, that's right.
That's right. So, you know, in this series, we're going to talk about, things that are on our mind, lifestyle, crypto, virus, Chicago, everything in between. I think.
All in the above.
That's right. It's going to be a good platform to express our minds a little bit here, right? And feel,
exactly.
And hopefully, we can give a little something back to the community. And if not,
hit that like and subscribe, brother. If you like and
That's right.
subscribe, just hit it.
That's right. Please help us out. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that bell whenever we put up new videos. You know the deal. YouTube, the algorithm. It is what it is.
But, you support, we support.
Exactly.
It's all right. Support.
So let's get into it, Money Bear, man. Let's get into it. So let's get into one of our favorite topics you usually talk about. I think it's crypto mining.
G Money. That's the man right there. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about crypto mining.
All right. So you wanted to put it out to the community. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are already they put out the basic technical tips and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but I guess we're trying to simplify it so anyone that just wants to get started and doesn't know how, we're gonna basically break it down as simple as possible and go from there.
Yeah, that's right. Because we all started somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Like I said before, and I think I'd like to put out a little bit of my experience and your experience that we've had trying to do some crypto mining, and a lot of people out there, they still don't know about it. They some people have heard about it or think it's a Ponzi scheme, and it's not. There are people making money. There's people on islands already because of it.
Yeah, there you go. So don't be afraid to start. And that's the whole purpose of this channel. And just follow and watch us.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So I think we just want to put out experiences, how to kind of get started, right? And I think one of, the first basic mining tips is, I guess I would tell anybody is, people are like, what is it, right?
Yeah. Well, how digital printing, or what, you're making money how?
in some aspects, right?
Yeah.
I think the main thing here with crypto is it's a digital currency. It's a store of value like anything else, right? Yeah. People put value to something like $1, and to everybody else, certain cryptos are worth $1. Might not right or wrong.
Right.
And I think, when it comes to crypto, it's I like to think of especially Bitcoin, and let's start off with that because that's the big boy, right? That's the one that starts everything off. I think it comes down to a store of value, and it's good to think about it like if it was like gold, right?
Right.
Everybody holds gold.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you got
coins.
Some gold, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of coins,
You got a couple of coins?
Oh, yeah, dollar coins or silver coins.
You got the Mario coins?
The Mario. Blue, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Knocking your head on
that,
right?
Wario.
You got that Wario treasure. So, yeah, it's good to think of it as crypto as a store of value. It's, with the dollar and inflation, I'm not going to get too political. I hope we don't get too political on this platform, but I'm sure it'll drop in from time to time.
No, right. But in the future we can. But like I said, we're keeping it basic. So,
right.
I guess we're gonna start with. I guess you could say we both froze. We're from Chicago. We froze trying to get these graphics cards. So that's basically what you need. As part of what you need, right? The graphics card. Mm-hmm. It's up to you. I would say if you're gonna start, I don't know. You want to ask my opinion? You can go ahead and leave a comment. I'll let you know what graphics card, but he'll let you know what graphics card.
I am by no
1660
means
Super is my kind of
a
start.
super expert, right? And I think that's what our platforms would be about. And
Right.
I think we want to really. So if you're really looking to get into crypto, yes, graphics cards are a way, but there's other forms of technology out there you can use. You could use ASICs. You'd also use FPGAs. These are just variations of a computer, right? We built this. What we have, we built straight off like a PC, right? The desktops that you see on the shelf at your local retailers. That we don't want to put names out there because we don't want to get struck already. We just started, but your local retailers might have these parts, and they are hard to come by.
One a month only. Per family.
And if you know where that
Household.
comes from, then you already know what's up. But
And they jack too. Hey, hold on.
I don't think it's too much of a jack. But
28 days. Hold on, it's close to 30.
well, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem is you have a lot of scalpers. That's the big thing. The name is the scalper game, right?
You guys gotta control that. I understand making a profit, but man, control that killing. Don't be thirsty. Come on, guys.
There's a lot of thirst out there for crypto, and not only that, but gamers also are gonna want to be able to get their hands on their stuff and technology and upgrade their games.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't, care about crypto. They care more about their games.
So it's just basically, trying to get people started. Like, your first video game, first slot machine, just get in there and start putting some coins up. That's that's the whole purpose, and then we'll elaborate from there. We just, but I don't know.
Well,
you got a preference?
I'll elaborate a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'll leave him.
So I'll do a little elaboration, I guess. So if you're trying to start and you just build yourself a basic desktop computer. A lot of people use cases, PC cases. Don't recommend a PC case, but if you just want to build like a simple crypto miner, yeah, get yourself a PC case. You get yourself a good motherboard. A decent CPU. Doesn't have to be over the top for the motherboard or the CPU. Your memory's got to be at least, I would say 8 gig. 16 gig if you're gonna game on it and crypto mine, starter crypto mine.
Nice to have that option, right?
Your hard drive, that's preference. Again, if you need depending if you're going to be just strictly crypto mining, then you don't need that much space. And a good power supply. Power supply is really big.
Yeah.
Next to the graphics cards, I think the power supply is your biggest thing, because when it comes to crypto mining, power is huge. You want to make sure you have the right wattages. I would, if you're going to start like a 1 or 2 maybe 3 graphics cards, you could get away with like a 1,000-watt power supply. I would highly recommend something like that, and that's actually more findable these days than before. Before I really didn't,
850, 750, 3 550s.
350. You're gonna set a house on fire. You're gonna tell somebody to set their house on fire.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying.
Set somebody's house on fire, dude. You're crazy.
Yeah, well.
No, man. But yeah, I think when it comes to that, there's a aspect of choosing the right type of. Always choose a quality power supply, or EVGA. If you guys wanted a standard, that I would recommend EVGA. And trying to think of the other one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But EVGA is probably the best.
Seagate or no?
Seagates are good as well. Seagates or not, or Seasonic. Sorry, not Seagate.
Yeah.
Seagate's your hard drives.
I mess up
But
all the time.
gosh.
You'll notice I'll mess up and remix everything, but you'll learn. He's here to save me, and I'm here to save him.
Exactly. That's the point, right?
Yeah. So it's all about support. And so basically, hopefully you guys get started with that information, play it back, watch it several times, and we're gonna go forward to the next setups,
and again,
he was talking about.
You guys, if you're a beginner, this might be for you. Throw it in the comments. Ask a question. I might be able to help you out. For you technical guys, this isn't for you. You already know that it is. You don't really need to explain how to build a PC, but building a PC is just your standard motherboard, memory, hard drive, power supply, and your keyboard, mouse, and a monitor. just a basic desktop PC, and your graphics card, of course, that's going to be the hardest and the most expensive piece to buy. And I think that's going to be the most hardest thing is we had to sleep outside and icy cold for those things.
I broke a
at
chair.
Your certain local retailers.
Yes.
And
hours before they open.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, maybe a day before, depending how where you live, and how in tune people are. There are discords out there that monitor these things and say, hey, shipments coming A or B day. And that's just stuff, but if you really want to go after it, but they're out there.
And you're waiting, and you don't know really what you're gonna get in there. Then they come out with these lottery games and all this other stuff. First come. They don't do first come first serve. They do whatever they please, right? They done change the rules on us.
They kind of do whatever they please. But I think that it's fair enough to do the lottery because that does kind of keep scalpers away.
Yeah.
You get the once a month thing at this certain local retailer.
That's true. Yeah, because you have a job. This is what we're trying to help people get find some other ways of making income. Yeah. And having fun, too.
Passive income is one thing you always want in your life. I think you always want some type of money coming in. And, I think we'll have some guests later on in this podcast that, to talk about maybe passive income business, owning your own business. I know a few business owners, and maybe they can partake some information out there and talk about, how they started off and, what they recommend as passive income.
And we're looking to maybe start in the Chicagoland area before, so anybody that needs a business with their help, we're willing to put you out there and go from there. Of course, we're starting out. Hopefully you guys are established and we get you moving forward.
Yeah, that's true.
So but what about setups? I mean, some people, do you buy the whole rig or?
Well, if you, for me, when it comes to crypto, I like the aspect of being able to set up an open air setup, right? It's kind of hard to really explain. Besides, if you're just doing one GPU, you could get away with using a good PC case with good air fans blowing in the air, right? But
the airflow.
Yeah, it's always airflow.
The cooler the better.
But when it comes to doing more than one card, I would recommend open air setup, and you would have to you don't have to buy those on Amazon. A lot of people are like, oh, does that mean I gotta buy that on Amazon? No, you could actually get some wood from Home Depot. You gotta put a little
work. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. It's all about how much time you have, I think, also, and how quick you want to start. It's kind of a hobby, but a hobby that gives back.
Yeah, that's true.
Only most hobbies you give away, right?
Yeah, it is. And I think that from that perspective is that there are a lot of videos out there on YouTube. Don't need to really, put that out there like that. But there are a lot of things on YouTube, and you can find out how to build your own rig.
Yeah.
So setups.
Or you could buy it. Like I said, we're trying to get everybody to at least.
But if you're gonna spend $200,
right? We should get them. We're trying to get everybody at least to a jijiji, pretty much, or less. Either 100.
And for those that don't know, when he means jijiji, he means gigahash.
Gigahash.
Yeah, and
or at least
we haven't got to that
job.
point yet. The jijiji, he thinks it's a jijiji.
But it would be nice. Trust me, you would feel good once you accomplish the 100 that you hit the jijiji. Just like today.
Getting it up and running, I think, would be the accomplishment piece.
Well, yeah, right. I do jump. Sorry.
There's lots of other videos out there that you can talk about and say, but as far as those technical pieces go, right there, Google's your best friend, right? And I hate to say that at the moment, but it's true. But yeah, so open air setup, I highly recommend if you're doing more than one graphics card, and if you're just doing this for fun, you can use your regular PC as long as it has enough airflow, because the electricity is a real kill buster here, right? Depending where you live and how much you pay per kilowatt hour, that's really where your cost is, and that's where you start looking at your return on investment, right? You gotta do the mathematics a little bit, look at your light bill, make sure you're including your taxes, any other municipal, fees, environmental fees that maybe you got to add all that up
Yeah.
to the kilowatt taxes. There's one thing in life you could always think about is death and taxes, right?
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah.
So,
but I think you can find a math, right? There's like a computer math or online you can punch all that in and it'll do it for you.
yeah, there's
right?
a couple of sites.
So I know we start talking about math. Some people are like, man, I can't figure 2.2 by 5. But I'm sure if you got Google Talk, it'll come up.
Well, yeah, that's true. And I think when it comes to those aspects, I think you can go online. There's a lot of electricity calculators out there that you can find. Just make sure that you understand that the crypto that you're mining is going to give you the return that you want, right? And I think right now, of course, everybody's chasing Ethereum. It's the easiest thing to chase.
Not that dog. Not that dog.
Not Doge.
Not the Doge.
No,
not the dog. Not the.
That would require an A6. And
A6.
then,
there you go.
And again, it comes down to return on investment for other machines, right? So if you're doing a regular PC build, definitely Ethereum is going to be your go-to right now. You can grab other types of coins. You can mine other coins. They're not going to give you as much, but if they moonshot,
right.
Meaning if their price just spikes out of nowhere, you might come out on top of that.
Yeah.
Well,
everything kind of eventually goes up, right? When's everything ever gone down? What's the last thing ever gone down?
Well, right now feels like we're going into a bear market because we lost a pretty good amount in percentage wise, but
if you find out, I don't know, was it the candle lights or candle hash or if you follow the triangles or the schematics.
Excuse me.
But anyways,
yeah,
he just thinks I'm funny. That's all. But no, I mean, basically, like $1,000 maybe, kind of start without a GPU. We're talking about the hardware, right? A good $1,000 maybe with a Core i5 or something.
Core i3 is good enough. You don't need anything crazy. Like I said, you can get bottom of the barrel.
I do a little extra.
You gotta go if you want to go extra. That's fine. You don't really need to. The whole point is for you to make money on your investment is to make sure not to spend as much on the rig, because your main killer of money is going to be your electricity, your power supply, and your graphics card. Everything else is kind of the rest is kind of like bottom of the barrel, unless you're Chia mining. That the hard drives come into play, but we're not going to get into that.
No, that's another time.
That's a different animal.
But I like to go hard or not go home. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we kind of differ on that. I'd rather go with the. I don't know. You're still gonna spend either way, right? But you gotta get a return on electricity. We have to say that. I'm talking about
you just gotta monitor it.
Yeah. It's up to you, but like I said, if you want to, like, we're real conservative, real frugal, and you need to really take a chance, I think for people that are, kind of hard, I think this is the best way to go.
Yeah, and when it comes to that, I would definitely say, if you only need to spend, the only thing you would really need to spend the most money would be your graphics card and your power supplies. Those are the two key items. Because everything else you can get on a little bit on the cheaps.
Yeah, because you want the roof to go on fire the right way, not the wrong way.
Yeah, and always watch your power, right? Make sure that you're
don't overload. Don't do that.
Make sure your amperages in your house. These are a lot of things. It could be its own each section could be its own podcast itself.
If your back door has a piece of wood that goes across, get an electrician. Have them check an outlet just in case.
Yeah, that would be smart. If
your back door has one of those, you might want to.
Let's say you're doing like a NVIDIA 3090, the big boys, right?
Right.
If you're doing that one, it's a 300 watt card.
Yeah.
A 370 watt TP.
Right.
TDP on that. So, I would say always check your codes on your stuff. Make sure your amps on your breakers can handle it.
It's just like anything that's plugged in, a refrigerator, your video games, everything heats up, even though it's constantly blowing and it warms up. So if the house is more than 100 years old, don't think it's got that good wiring. It just might.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that.
Your safety is first before anything,
That is true.
So.
And, kind of just to move on, because I know we got a couple other things to talk about, but, that's kind of the basic tips. Throw it in the comments. What do what you guys feel. I know this is our first time, so, we'll may go in depth into these things, but, our purpose here is if we want to share our experiences, we want to share what we've done, and this is only the beginning. So this is just some things that we're enthusiastic about.
Yeah,
I think that's important to our lives, and hopefully, if it's important to you, we've helped you in some way.
You might have a first Pentium 1 computer somewhere case, and you might want to, it might do something with it. We'll help you with that. Whatever you got.
I don't think Pentium, but I think the motherboard's going to be more.
Well, like I said, depending what you're working with.
PCIe, you have a chance of mining
there you go. That's what I meant.
I think that's the case. If you got PCIe, I think you got a chance.
If you got Super Nintendo, we might do something with that. We might do helium on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mario World.
Anyways,
but
who doesn't like to get the berries? You know what I'm saying?
We think, of course, hit us in the comments. Give us some suggestions on how we can make it better. We're always trying to look and making things better, right?
So we're talking about what
what we got next year? We got the Rona in the city.
The Rona in the city. City in the Rona.
City in the Rona. Chicago, and we live in Chicago, so Chi-Town. You know how we are. Crazy people.
Yeah.
They think we're crazy. They think we're killing each other here, which.
Yeah. I mean, just get vaccinated. It's the best. Let's just be compliant.
A lot of people don't want to be compliant. I think that's the main thing.
But you gotta ask why. Who are those people that don't want to be compliant, right? Like, are you the type of person that goes out and vote? Are you registered? Do you voice your opinion?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to be like, nah, you just have an opinion? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, this virus thing has been, I don't know what to say. It's been life-changing for a lot of people, a lot of people that used to go to offices work from home now. A lot of people that used to have businesses no longer have those businesses. And a lot of people that used to have jobs no longer have jobs because of this. And a lot of people aren't even here anymore because of this.
Right.
I've felt the effects of that myself.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Yeah.
But I think the aspect of when it comes to the virus here in the city and the new mandates, and if you're not aware, here in Chicago now, in 2022, you have to be fully vaccinated to go to gyms, restaurants, basically places where people gather and in large numbers in social gathering settings, right? Dine-in, all that stuff. And a lot of people here, a lot of businesses here aren't really prepared for that, right? I think it's important to get vaccinated. I think giving people the option to be vaccinated and making it ready, available, will help us get through these items. And the people that don't want to get vaccinated, or they want more information or whatnot, then they want to take that risk. That's fine. It's your right. It's your human right.
Just understand that we're like more advanced at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Understand that how can I say, the history or the taking of the time of learning studies, you know what I'm saying, of injecting the mice and watching and all that, has gone so much longer. We don't have to wait 6 months or a year. Everything has been so quickly moved up, you know what I'm saying, that we get results a lot more quicker nowadays.
Yeah, I think the aspect here is that technology has made so much things more rapid that we should expect certain medications to just be made in a lot faster time frame than people are used to. And I think that's important to keep in mind when I always hear the word. It was like, oh well, I need to see the results. Well, it's not like this hasn't been tested before. And I'm no medical expert, okay? So don't come crashing at me in the comments. Like, oh, you're a medical expert. You're a medical. I'm not a medical expert, okay? I give my information just pretty much as everybody else, but I think if I'm given the chance to protect myself, I'm gonna take it. I took it, so I'm triple vaxxed. Got the booster too. Got that Pfizer. Um, but I think it's if it's a personal choice, that's fine. Just don't force people. And I feel like the city kind of is forcing it, but I see the aspect of why they want to do that. From my perspective, I think they want these contact rates of corona to go down and get out of the whole, what is it, 23% right now.
I have no problem with that. I don't mind people coming over either, but why aren't we vaccinating those people that are coming over?
Well, they might have multiple reasons.
No, but if they're coming over, I think we should. I don't mind them coming over, however they come over, but just vaccinate, because if you're vaccinating the workers and the taxers, and you're about to lose your job or not show representation, I just think that we gotta really, well, not us, but I want everybody to really think it through, because I'm all for having a cure, eliminating, and getting back to socializing, having fun, family.
Yeah, that's
what it comes down to.
Especially
what I'm saying? What it comes down to is being with your loved ones. Not that we haven't had anyone pass away before, but this has distanced us, and I mean everybody. And you sometimes don't even look at your own siblings. You look at them as more like strangers nowadays.
Yeah, it's a sad reality, because we had to video chat more often or whatever.
Which should be like for emergencies or overseas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like come visit me. Hey, not gonna. I don't even got a ring, so I gotta get up and answer the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who is it? Huh? Dang! I'm glad you came to see me.
No, but yeah, I think that's a good point. And I think I felt that a lot with family in the beginning, and I recently got to see some family members of mine from Florida. Florida was a big anti-vax, but
hey.
It is what it is. Like I said, it's personal preference. I'd leave it at that. I think that way we leave the divisiveness of people, because I feel like some people feel like, oh, you're not vaccinated. They feel like they're being outed. And I don't think it should be that way.
It's just
it's doing the right thing, yeah, sure, but don't throw rocks in a glass house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
everybody's got skeletons in the closet. But I'm glad that the vaccination thing. I know the mayor's getting a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Well, we get a lot of heat from it, but we're Chicago, so everybody knows our politics.
It's the Windy City.
It's the Windy City. That's right.
So.
Yeah. So I think
hopefully these businesses stay open. You guys make it through. We're here to support you and come through and do a channel live and whatever your situation.
Yeah, and definitely we're gonna talk to a few businesses and owners and see what's out there, not just in Chicago but in other areas too, right, of the city. So hopefully we can do some on locations in the future. I think we're gonna do something like that, right? That'd be kind of cool. And get other people's perspectives on the podcast. It'd be really nice. I think so. Yeah, for sure. Rona in the city, man. It's crazy times. I think go get vaccinated, please. If you have the opportunity, please do. And everybody be safe, social distance when necessary. And that's the main thing, is to hopefully one day when this is over, it'll be a chapter in our lives that we can look back and just laugh at it. Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
But for now,
it's 2019 and we're in 2022, so
I think it'll be. This is like a 5-year thing. I don't
I was
think this will
thinking
be
10.
until like 2026.
Nice.
If
He's
you're
generous. I'm thinking 10.
Lucky. Whoa, 20.
I'm going with 10. Everybody, mark me down for 2032.
He's giving you a more
Don't want I
darker
don't know what,
version, I guess. I'm thinking more of a lighter version. I'm hoping 5 years that our medication or technology is advanced far enough for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So so let's go on to our next topic, man. So we talked about a little about the city, what we feel about it, you know.
Well,
Especially with Ronin the City. Let's just, I think let's get some more near and dear to you. Let's give you a chance to get this platform. Let's talk about.
So check it out, people. Some weight loss. I was 315. I am sitting at. I was 44 in the waist. I'm down to a 40. Yeah, after like what I've been through and what is affecting me, and really sometimes we take life as we get older like we're supposed to decline, and like we're supposed to accept it, or like it's part of aging or something like that. And you really don't have to. Don't fall into that type of mindset. I don't know if you've had anything. I just been in bad situations, and maybe what else.
Well, I've dealt with weight, and I'm still a little screwed myself. But I've lost some weight, and I think when it comes to a weight loss journey, I think everybody's journey is different. Every timeline is different, right? I think there's no, I gotta lose this in 3 months type situation. There's no such thing. I think it's you take it a day at a time. You work a day at a time, just like anything else. You don't go to the gym one day and then you're suddenly lose weight. No, you have to go every day consistently to really see results. And sometimes you won't see results for 3 months or 6 months.
No.
But at some point you will. The expectation is the part that I think mentally breaks you, because you're like, I haven't lost this inch off me in 2 months, right?
Yeah.
I've done all this weight loss and
1,000 sit-ups.
Cutting the food down. Or maybe I lost like a pound or 5 pounds. Okay, great, but
or the scale went up.
Build up.
How the scale goes up?
I don't think the scales.
How the scale go up? You just moved the scale, no.
Yeah, I think.
But I mean, it's all because we've been on lockdown. We all have. We all have been in some type of depression or something. So that's the whole purpose also of this channel, to again make everyone feel better, feel well, and overall be better where you're at a year ago, a day ago.
So let's take your experience, all right? You've dealt with a lot, health wise, and thank God, that I haven't dealt with too much health wise. But
so I got
so if somebody was looking to start to lose some weight, what would you tell them? What would be some tips? You give me a few tips.
So a few tips. The good question.
Brother's trying to build himself up a little too.
So I'm kind of old school. I'm old school in a way. So I would like to know, like again, back in the day, was your blood type. Find out your blood type. A lot of people around here don't know their blood types. Do you know your blood type?
Yeah. A positive.
Yeah. You know what that means?
Oh, nothing actually.
He's A positive.
Well, you tell me.
Well, okay. So supposedly, the man is from. He's supposed to be a farmer. He comes from that part. Right, agriculture right there. So it comes. That's where supposedly
you A positive, you a farmer.
If you're basically a farmer. You're supposed to be a vegetarian.
I must have got lost along the way with the wagon.
Yeah.
The wagon because I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what
I do like farms, but I didn't. I do like gardening.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's where the A comes from. I think if I recall right, A's are like farmers. They're like they're supposed to eat from the land and stuff like that.
More veggies.
Yeah.
So I should not be eating chicken wings.
Nah, chicken wing. Even though
munching on those. I should be munching on those.
That chicken wing,
I should be munching on those celery sticks, carrot sticks more often. Huh? No, I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know. Just try it. That's what I'm saying. If you just try it, give it 3 months. Well, not even 3 months. 30 days.
So you got to tell
3
me
weeks.
what. So how what other aspects so blood types have effect on you? So if I'm an
So
A type and
basically, and
I'm a
then
farmer guy, I'm a more veggie based. Like, what if you're a B or O?
well, if you're old, supposedly you're like, oh, the universe.
Universal.
Universal. Oh. So if you find yourself, it's because you're able to you may overindulge. So just remember that you have to,
Balance with everything.
balance is everything. When you because O's can eat anything. Some people get
What about the
if-
bees?
the bees. They're nomads, bro. They
No man.
nomads. So they used to just travel back in the day, and who knows
So
what
do
they
they
ate.
eat? They don't just eat vegetables. They
Well, I
eat-
guess they fasted the most because they went from like Iceland to dry land to that
Iceland.
Iceland, you know what I'm saying, or that
Okay.
the mirage, you know what I'm saying, like hey, there's water and there was never no water or something
Mojave
like that.
deserts.
Yeah, so yeah, peyote, no,
Yeah. That's
Tight.
a different nomad.
Yeah. So you got to think about it that way. So and then yeah, we got what A,
Sounds
B.
like we're on a Noom podcast now.
Yeah, so but that's what everything comes from an origin. Is basically, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Everything comes from supposedly something like that. If you believe that, just try it 3 weeks, 30 days.
So you suggest
Just-
people go check their blood type, see what
Yeah,
foods
just
are
check
more
your blood
compatible
type,
with them, and work on a diet across
or
that.
or do a DNA ancestry or something. That way, you can track and see where your heritage was from, and go back to like normal, healthy eating. Like eliminate. I would say eliminate processed food because processed food came from. We weren't processed, right? We were manufactured, right? So should we eat? Right? If a computer eats gigabytes, right, or something like that, it doesn't eat a quad burger, right? You don't feed your laptop,
Well,
French fries through
we're
the
comparing
hard
apples
drive.
and oranges here a little
You know what I
bit,
mean?
but I guess if you're artificial electricity,
Yeah,
some type of
you
artificial
artificial, you take
electricity, it's kinda
artificial.
hard
So
to
why?
put that into an aspect? Sorry.
Superficial.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's about the weight loss. So well, definitely we're looking, to do better this year and focus on our health,
Yeah, definitely.
and our wealth.
I would one say if you're one tip, I guess I would definitely say is drink a lot of water. Switching away from sugary drinks and even Gatorade, things like that. Water is the most pure thing we should be drinking in our lives anyway. Even finding good water these days is hard to find. People are all about the alkali water. Some people are about like certain spring waters. You got all these fancy waters, right?
Yeah.
But I think from my perspective is I like alkali water. That's something that's helped me change my life. I think it's forced me to drink a lot more. You can get yourself some at your local bulk retailer.
Yeah.
You know who those are.
No.
Again, no strikes in the beginning. It's
Like he's saying,
those bulk retailers.
I mean, if anything you take from this is some mining coins, some life-changing events that's going on, and three things. What we're giving you, we're trying to give you health, wealth, but you know what? None of those two are good by themselves. You can have all the money, but have a messed up health. You can have a good health, then no money. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen some of these homeless people out here? They're kind of ripped, bro. But they're swole. They got better.
Ripped homeless people.
Ripped. They got better blood pressure than I do. I tell you that right now.
Wow, that's.
You ever think about that? I can't even pace up a street pole up and down. Let alone I can't barely make it to the corner and walk back and forth at the speed they're going. Because they count cars and they count the lights and how many seconds. But with all that being said, I do make fun, but like I said, not make fun, but I do make it enjoyable, this information. But education is the key. If you have education,
Right.
you'll have health and you'll have wealth. So the most important, if you want to have all three, the one you have to have most important is education.
I agree.
With education, you'll have health and wealth. and you'll be able to survive and do well in this life.
Right. And I think a lot of the goals in this world right now should be, trying to be your own business and not just work for a business.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something I, want to
definitely the times have changed. Yeah. Where before that used to be us growing up, it was you had to be lucky, or you had to have family already, or you came across, or like every movie, you had to do like Scarface, you had to do a transaction, or sometimes like all those movies that require stealing and robbing somebody, and then they make it on top and they fall, but because they didn't do it right the first time. This is what we're trying to show you, is a legit business, so that way you can have return ROI, payouts, and
passive income.
Passive income, yeah. I mean,
not just passive income, but actual income.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, we'll talk to some people out here in the city. And, I think that's one of our short goals. I think we can get into now, right?
Yeah.
Because with our podcast here, is we want to be able to explore certain parts of the city, and not just that, but put the experiences of other people out here, so other people can see what is going on, not just within our own lives, but the lives of others and their experiences, and hopefully give something back.
Yeah, and you'll see it all through a lens.
Yeah.
All times of days, all hours. That way you can see for yourself, or you can keep listening to buddy next door that don't work or don't have cable, other than the Wi-Fi off his phone from the government phone, telling you, "Oh, you heard about this?"
Who is that?
Who is that guy?
I don't know who that guy is. Does he live next to you?
He lives next to me. Okay. I wish he moved already. You just wake up looking at him like, man, you ain't got no job, you ain't got nowhere to go.
You got nowhere to be, right?
Yeah, I was like, man, must be nice.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
All right. So one of our goals is going to be to get out there, talk to some people, put our weight loss items out there, I guess. Talk more about Chi-Town, things that are happening in the city, and hopefully
and follow this journey, right?
Follow their journey, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Hopefully, we'll get something more out of it.
And we the CPP.
And this is completely unscripted too, so this is gonna be the most hilarious part for us.
He's gonna tell you what CPP is.
CPP.
You ready?
The Chi-Town Poppies. That's
podcast.
Right, the Chi-Town Poppies.
Chi-Town Poppy podcast. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you. We're out. This
Chi-Town Poppy podcast. Thanks for
Money Bears out.
Our first journey.
Yeah.
And hopefully more episodes to come.
Follow and click, please.
Follow, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.